Hello, everyone. My name is Kyle.
I'm Alex.
I'm Rachel.
It's Tony.
And we are Pseudo Adults. Hello and welcome to episode 150 of the Pseudo Adults podcast. We made it to 150, everyone.
150.
Holy crap.
That's right. So, hey, I always mention this at the top. You can subscribe to Pseudo Adults. It's a podcast. It's where you find podcasts, and now also a video podcast for exclusive Space Zamboni members on YouTube.
Now it will be our most frequently uploaded video for members. So, ha.
Yeah, suck it. Be a member, otherwise lose out.
Yeah, if you're watching this and you're a member right now, we love you. Ha,
Oh my
ha.
god.
Yeah. And if you're not, cancel your subscription.
Oh my god.
To
Hey, I
us?
have to
Cancel
Well,
your-
not
to
to
what?
your gym membership. I don't know how many times I have to
my
say
God.
it till you get it.
Well,
Yeah.
technically, this, to some
That's
people,
all
this is
it
the
is.
like
first
that if-
time you're saying it.
I would like that if that was your plug at the start of every episode. Be like,
Cancel your-
subscribe to Pseudo Adults. You know, Space Zamboni. Cancel your gym membership.
Cancel your blue apron.
Use it like 3 times a week. That's not even a lot. You gotta go all in if you're gonna have that gym membership.
Who needs to cook? Go off the
Robbing
dollar
you.
menu. Just like Wendy's, 4 for $1.
So wait, so now that there's 150 episodes,
Yeah.
it's you could go like a Pokemon trainer
Yeah.
and grab all 150 episodes and listen
Yeah.
to them.
Unless
That's-
Muse starts
yeah.
coming into the mix.
It's a
then
secret
guess what?
announcement.
That's
Every
true.
episode is now an NFT.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And a Pokemon
Very
Each one
proud.
comes
Wow.
with a specific image to get an NFT.
comes with a trading card.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick.
Okay, so yeah, but, I'm very excited that we made it to 150 episodes, and I wanted to do something kind of special because I was over the past week I was just like, we're gonna have episode 150 of Pseudo Adults. I'm like, that's a pretty good milestone, not a great milestone, but a pretty good milestone.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's good,
milestone.
but it's not like a
not another
double zero
200.
amount. Yeah, exactly.
And if
definitely
you,
not.
if
It's the halfway
in real
point.
life you turn 150, you'd still celebrate.
I'd be like, I'd be like, how am I still
it's
alive?
Okay, I'm still alive.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's
Yeah.
150.
Exactly. So in light of that, I thought about having a food challenge,
Whoa.
and I'm gonna make sure this premise doesn't go on for too long
Is it
because
hockey?
it's nothing spicy.
Thank God.
It's akin with the
My asshole
Pepsi
would
challenge,
take
where I want to see if you could tell two foods apart.
I definitely
Because
would.
I was listening to something and they brought up cheese nips, and I was like, Cheez-Its and cheese nips. So I was like, I don't know, the Pepsi and Coke challenge, very common, but I don't know how many people have tried to tell those two apart. So basically, I waited until the last possible second to actually go to the grocery store and prepare for this. It was last night, probably after 9 p.m.
Make sure they're super fresh. That's
Exactly.
that's right.
Yeah, I was watching them come off the truck, and I was there salivating like a dog.
The freshiest.
So we tried going to Stop and Shop. They were closed. So I was like, oh no. So then we went to King Cullen, and we found cheese. It's just fine. But cheese nips were nowhere to be found. So I was like, like I have to go to like another grocery store. And I'm like, you know what? Let me do some quick Googling. And guess what? Cheese nips went out of business in 2020.
Oh, okay.
The Kraft products discontinued it then. So, cheese nips died of COVID.
Wow. So the
Wow.
consumer told the difference.
Yeah.
They said Cheez-Its.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jesus, this is the way.
So I bought the Cheez-Its.
Yeah.
All right.
And while they didn't have cheese nips, what they did have was Craven cheese crackers. So I understand some people, for dietary reasons, might not have something that contains real cheese. But if anyone else is interested in trying to do a little bit of a blind challenge, because they probably are visually, they're probably going to be incredibly different. Everyone knows Cheez-Its quite well. Everyone's going to be like a saltine.
Yeah. What's the calorie difference on these bad boys?
Yeah, that's a good
Oh,
question.
here we go.
Oh, it's the same.
It is the same.
Oh my God.
You know what?
Okay.
The Craven one is for 28 crackers. The Cheez-Its is for 27 crackers.
Whoa.
Slightly healthier. And they were much cheaper. This is probably the King Cullen store brand.
Nice.
Now, what if that one ends up tasting better?
Then you never buy
get that
Cheez-Its
one.
again.
Then you're an informed
Cheez-Its.
consumer, I
But
guess.
it's hard. Cheez-Its are very addictive. Like when you eat one, you can't just eat one Cheez-It.
I mean, you haven't had Craven cheese crackers yet, though.
Yeah, Rachel. You don't know if you
So
like
who wants
those
to blindly take this challenge?
I'll do it.
I'll do a blind challenge.
Okay.
Who's gonna say no to Cheez-Its and Cravens?
Cravens.
This
Wes
might
Craven.
Who's gonna say no to it?
this
Not
might
me.
be a hot button take, but I'm not really a fan of Cheez-Its.
One.
What the fuck?
Which flavor Cheez-Its? Regular Cheez-Its?
There's more than one flavor of
Yes.
Cheez-Its.
Yeah,
They have
there's multiple.
pizza flavored
tradition
Parmesan.
They have
to this.
like garlic. It's so good.
All right, so
White
white
cheddar is
cheese,
pretty good.
white cheddar. It's
so like I was saying,
Your
I
dad
haven't
got me hooked.
thought this through at all. So the best method to disperse and do this blindly. Should I hand you all the same type?
should we all close our eyes?
you
for
just-
it?
Yeah, I didn't bring enough blindfolds
Their
for everyone.
amounts, you just straight up put it in. You're like close enough to reach.
I'll just reach and throw it in each of your mouths.
Yeah.
I'll hand sanitize it. It makes you more comfortable. I even brought.
I
Put it on a
I want the
napkin.
dirty
Alright.
hand.
Yeah. I'll put it on the napkin.
Please scratch your ass before I'll go like this.
So you all stay in the front of the microphones. Keep talking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no problem.
While I
Blah,
set up
blah,
the
blah.
We all
premise.
have to close our
Yeah.
eyes though.
What if you close
your eyes.
What do you guys?
pass along the napkins at least.
sick.
2 for each, I guess.
Hell yeah, baby. What do you guys think of the latest episode of Hojimbo on HBO Max?
Oh, Hojimbo? This is what, episode 6 or 7?
I thought it was very tasteful. I thought it's probably the most
In
artistic
actuality, you
episode.
guys want to talk about Black Adam?
Black Adam was very good. Black Adam was an exceptional movie. I only fell asleep for approximately 10 minutes, thanks to Alex waking me
fell
up.
asleep during it?
A little bit.
Oh,
but
really?
That's because
Put it on the side for each other.
You were
So
very
did,
sleepy.
yeah,
So did
I was very
Gene,
sleepy.
who was like, I slept for like a minute and then woke up feeling instantly revitalized. I was like, oh.
That's how it happens. Right?
Yeah.
You like, except Matt, I'm like, I did like the finger death poke on
Oh,
him.
wow.
Yeah, I felt like I was in Kung Pao. It's like you're hitting pressure points. I was like, ah!
You are awake now.
And then I stayed awake later on.
Okay.
You guys have to keep your eyes closed.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
The only
There we
time
go.
I've ever fell asleep during a movie was the Grinch movie, and we
You're
ate
mean.
at
Oh,
One.
she fell asleep during the
Which
whole
one?
movie.
the whole movie.
Which one,
from
the live
beginning
action?
to the
No,
end.
CGI
Nobody
one.
woke me
Oh.
up. I fell
That's-
asleep. I go, oh my god, was I snoring? I usually snore.
That's really sad. That's the one with Ben My Dick Come on My Back?
Relax.
Yes. I
Yeah.
was very upset because I actually wanted to see that movie.
He
I was
wasn't
upset
doing
with Tony. I
wizardry.
was like, why didn't you wake me up?
I was like, you look so peaceful.
He's a wizard, so.
Yeah.
So.
He's a magician wizard or something.
Yeah, so what do you guys think of Doctor Strange straight up being in Black Adam?
Okay, so I know a lot of people are gonna compare the two, but they are very similar characters.
Yeah.
So it's not. I think it's a little unfair to be like.
But the visual effects didn't have to be the same.
True.
Yeah,
didn't
especially
have to-
when he was doing the.
Yeah, all the fractal stuff was like
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
literally.
very fractal.
But they're
Yeah.
in the same. Oh no, they're not.
No,
No.
yeah, they're two different.
No, it'd be funny
companies.
if they were in the same universe, because then it's
Be
like,
like,
oh,
they're
that's the
twins.
same guy.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to reach yours. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You need me to hold it in my hand.
but the other ones are on, so you'll know. No, I'm good.
Guys, I'm switching with my eyes closed, so if anything's messed up,
Are you so good at switching now? You can do it with your eyes closed?
I think thus far I've been okay.
You can
at
open
it.
your eyes now.
Okay.
You can see how Tony's I couldn't reach.
You can already, for me, being an
These
actor,
ones are the-
No, tell him, don't
Shut the fuck up, everyone.
No, don't tell him.
Alright.
Okay, so that's a nice systematic approach. Which ones would you like to try first, left or right?
Right.
Okay.
right, for sure.
You got to try both before I get
know
the final
exactly what this
consensus.
is.
And I almost had one way where everyone could kind of submit their responses without
Mm.
being impacted by each other.
I can
Okay.
literally already like.
Tasty.
Okay, are we trying this side first?
So you tried the right one first, you
Yeah.
said?
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. I figured not to be a jerk and only give you one of each. I have a whole box. I'll give you a few.
The cheddar is quite tasty, delectable even.
What wine would you pair it with?
I would pair it with a Cabernet Sauvignon.
Beer.
Yeah.
That way you could really accentuate the cheddar on the cracker, inside the cracker.
Nice.
It's like making love on my tongue.
tight.
Yes.
Everyone chew into the
Passionately.
mics.
Like it.
You like
Alright.
it. All right.
Yeah.
ASMR.
Alex doesn't seem to be a fan.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really.
You
I'm
don't go
not-
for the baked cheese cracker product.
Yeah, I'm not a big cheese.
Whether
cracker
it's
guy.
Cheez-Its or Craven the Hunter cheese crackers.
Yeah. The very on brand
Okay.
Craven the Hunter cracker.
Okay.
It's okay. It's not bad.
So I guess as soon as everyone's ready, they can go for the other one.
I want to go for the other one.
The episode
ready?
150
All right,
challenge.
let's do it. Let's see.
It smells the same, but
I see a difference in color for what it's worth.
wow.
Sorry, I didn't mean to blow your mind.
Yeah.
This one's a lot more delicate. Not as cheddary.
Not
That's
as
the other one?
salty.
Yeah, not as
Interesting,
salty.
interesting.
Somehow this one tastes burnt. I don't know why. This one just tastes burnt.
I like that one's got a
this
little
one, the
bit
left
more
one?
of a
Yeah.
toasted texture.
I think the right one tasted more burnt.
Really? That one just tasted so burnt to me.
This one just tastes a lot more muted in flavor.
It tastes like a saltine cracker.
Yeah.
But for some reason they burnt mine. How?
This one's definitely like you said, like there's a little more. There's more air in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's lighter.
So maybe write on your napkin which one you think was left and which one you think was right.
Okay.
I think
Traven versus Cheez-Its.
Yeah.
Is it right okay on the napkin? Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. All right. So, I mean, were they both at least good, or did one
They were
just
good.
straight up taste like ass?
They were good.
I like 'em
one I
both.
would eat the whole box, and the other one I would eat a few of them.
Oh, so one like kind of promotes sensible snacking.
Yeah.
There's probably pros to both.
But I have no self-control when it comes to this.
definitely
I
this
say
one has
that,
a lot
and
more
then-
cheddar in it.
You can tell they somehow like created a zip file of compressed cheddar and shoved it into that folder of porn.
I like this food tasting.
Yeah, yeah.
This idea. This is a nice.
I bet you can't wait till episode 250.
I really.
It's going to be several years.
We're gonna do another one in episode 2 with 200.
200? I have a different idea for 200.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah.
I like your idea.
This is probably going to end up being better than that, though.
You're just gonna get like a person, a hunk of meat. Then you're gonna be like, eat this pulled pork sandwich.
Yeah.
Guess what the meat is?
You're like, that's our old friend from high school. Be like, no, it isn't.
You're lying. That can't be the thing. Go look at their Facebook. It's just like cute with the pictures. Like,
Whoever licks the roll.
All right, so all results are in.
Yeah.
All right, hold up your. Well, you tried the right one first, so hold up your.
Hold it the right first.
You hold up the right napkin. So let's see. Craven,
That's CI for Cheez It because I have
Cheez
to
It.
keep switching.
cheese dicks. Cheese it.
oh man.
Now you know what Tony's other one says.
Okay.
All right, so hold up your other napkin now.
The left one, right?
Cheese its.
The Craven. CI.
Cravens.
Yeah.
Craven the Hunter. Not Cheez Its. All right. So behold, everyone. The left one was the Craven,
Wow.
Yeah. Got it.
Nice.
and the right one was the Cheez It.
Or some would say not cheese it.
Yeah.
Cheese it.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
You know, I
Wow.
could tell by like the color of it because I've eaten it so much. I'm like, this is.
I remember
good.
Cheez-Its being a little lighter in color. I
No,
didn't
they
remember
toast
them
them
being
now.
that toasty.
You can actually buy extra toasted.
You actually
Okay,
made me
their
second guess
dad-
it, but I definited put these down on the left. So yeah, and I
Their,
wrote it down when I started. I'm like,
their dad taught me the connoisseur of Cheez-Its. I used to buy Cheez-Its all the time.
I mean, if you guys
so
want
I'm
a snack as the podcast goes on, I'll leave them.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes,
there you go. I hope you
Cheez-Its.
enjoyed that 150. Now it's back to our previously scheduled Pseudo Adults spot.
Put it on the Cheez-It.
I really. Oh my god.
Good.
I really want to know, Matt. Did you like the Craven more?
Apparently not. I like this one more.
Yeah, I would say that, but you marked the better tasting cracker as Craven.
That's because I thought the Cheez-Its were lighter in color. I never remember them
You
being
went only on
toasted.
color?
Oh, you
Yeah.
didn't go by taste?
No.
Why'd you even eat it then?
I think these
This
are
one.
Looked at it, yeah.
What?
I think these are good, but these have the salt on it that make them like.
That's what I was wondering was going to make or break it. I thought one was going to be like a salty cheese, the other one was going to be like a Nabisco cracker with like next to nothing on it.
That's kind of what it was.
Well, this has
I have to try the
230 grams
Cravens.
of
I
sodium,
want to try this first.
And that one has.
Plus, this is for 20.
It says 230. They both have the same amount of sodium for some reason.
Okay.
Very interesting.
So, before we delve into more like things we watched and stuff, like Tony and Rachel, you guys also went to New York Comic Con.
Yeah, we all did.
I was
Alex
curious to
did
he-
too.
Yeah. I already talked about
Oh,
it.
you
though.
did. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. We had fun. We dressed up. Oh, we dressed up 2 days.
Did you go each? Oh, you went 2 days?
We went Friday. Well, we ended up going. I was thinking we ended up going Saturday too. But we went. So yeah, we went Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We saw a lot of people. We saw Smallville. We saw Smallville.
You saw
panel.
Smallville.
We saw with Tom.
Well,
How small was it?
It was big. It was bigger.
big.
It was the bigger panels.
Damn.
It had almost all the cast except Lex Luthor.
Oh, why is Michael Rosenbaum so
I don't know.
too
They
hot?
were making
Because he
fun of
hates
him
them.
the whole time.
I thought him and Tom Welling are like tight. Or now he hangs out with Stephen Amell, right?
Whoa.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
seen.
He was like, I'm gonna be on my podcast. Every
But
day."
Tom talked about him the whole time. It was like, yeah,
Yeah,
we're doing
they
this
all talked
podcast
about
together,
him.
blah blah.
Yeah, but
So-
even on the Stephen Amell one, wasn't like Michael Rosenbaum kind of like, don't you fucking hate being a superhero?
yeah.
It's like, I fucking hate my cat.
But it was cool to hear all their stories like from behind the scenes and stuff, and like one of the things I thought was really funny that they were trying to every time there was like a nude scene that they were like trying to make sure that they earned a nude scene, so like they wouldn't just want to do a nude scene whenever they said, oh, you gotta do a nude scene, you gotta do a nude scene. But then when Erica Durance came along, she's like, I'll do a nude scene. So that everyone's like, no, all this like we're all working together trying to make sure like we're not just
Was
doing
she there
nude
to
scenes.
speak up for herself?
Yeah, she was there.
She's
was
like,
the one
I'm
who said-
doing a new theme right now.
Yeah, she basically was saying that. She's like, yeah, I went in there. I was like, I'll do nude scenes.
No.
and then she even said like, oh yeah, I felt bad afterwards because she's friends with Kristen Crook, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She was there too. So they were talking about, and it's cool because they still hang out with each other. John Glover brought them out to dinner one night, and like they still hang out. It's cool.
Yeah.
It was very cool.
And they Zoom called in Allison Mack from.
Oh,
Well,
you can't do it.
Actually, at the beginning, they said, we all know what you want to ask,
Yeah.
but you're not allowed to ask that question.
Oh.
So
yeah, they're
just
like,
know
we don't want to
won't
make them
answer
feel
that
uncomfortable up here.
Mm.
So it's great.
else participate in that sex cult?
Oh my god.
question. But if she didn't get caught, she'd just be promoting our cult.
I guess so.
Yeah.
The only person there named Watchtower was the prison guard.
That's a really good point, actually.
But yeah, that was cool. Did you talk about the Batman and Sons movie when you talked about your time at Comic-Con?
I don't remember.
Okay.
But it's your experience now.
We heard he talked about bat wheels or something.
Yes.
like
Oh,
that.
Batwheels. Yeah. But yeah, we also got to see the Batman and Sons movie before it came out. That was cool. It was I actually did not expect to like the movie, and I actually liked it. It was pretty good. So that was cool. Crypto was in it, which was fun.
That was really funny, that crypto part. where
Yeah.
it's just like, "Ah!"
So they premiered an animated movie there.
Yeah. It was like a CGI animated movie. It was cool. It was very cool. But yeah, that was fun. And I just think the fact that we dressed up like together made it cooler because everyone's like, oh, like especially on Sunday we dressed up as like the Bat Family, and they're like, oh look, it's the Bat Squad over there. They're all together. And everyone wanted to take pictures. So
I mean, I saw the pictures you posted on social media.
Yeah.
And those were really good.
yeah, and then we had that Gotham City panel, so like all the writers were there, and we took pictures with the writers.
Oh, wow.
That was cool.
Even though I couldn't make
Did you try and be like, listen, let me tell you how to write your shit?
There's a small, brief moment where I wanted to say something.
You just
But
look at her
it's
and be
like,
like,
no.
I'm just.
Yeah.
I'm not even disappointing in her writing. I'm just
It's the
disappointed
art.
in the art for that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But she was like hyping up the art, like it was
No,
so good.
well,
We're,
her
like,
boss
sitting there.
was-
Her boss is like, I used to work with that guy. Don't you love him? And she's
Yeah.
like,
She's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
he's great.
Thank you for giving me this weird interpretive
And
artist.
They even said like, "Oh, his style's different."
Yeah. He's so different.
yeah. But no, that was a lot of fun. It was really cool.
That's how I love it. How different it is.
That was cool. And the guy who is writing the new Harley Quinn, a comic was there.
Yeah.
They're good. It was Harley Quinn ruins the DC universe.
Yeah.
Oh,
That sounds cool.
straight up Deadpooling her.
Yeah.
He goes back in time in a time machine and does something that messes up everybody's origin stories. So she has to go back and fix all of the stories. Yeah.
Oh, she has to undo her own damage?
She has
Yeah.
to Teen Titans Go that
I was
shit.
gonna say that Teen Titans Go the movie.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that's from.
Damn.
So
Oh, really quick Black Adam thing. I love that Dr. Fate did the Injustice 2 win animation
Oh, that was cool.
That's why I sent the GIF of
Yeah.
like shut up, Boomer, because that's the only GIF I could find of it. It's really cool. He does.
I couldn't believe there was like straight up Satan in that movie.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
I was like, Mephisto.
They did it first.
I was
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
at least
yeah.
they got the symbol right. I was like, at least they did that correctly. All the
I was
other
wondering,
stuff I see,
should I
I'm
like leave the
wrong.
room for a minute so you guys could have like a full spoiler chat about
Nah,
it?
we'll wait till you
well,
watch
Yeah,
it.
we could
I
wait.
want to see it. I was thinking about like finding a matinee or something like after this possibly. 'Cause
It's good. It's I mean, I quite enjoyed it.
I had that
DC
hunch about
movie,
it.
which is
It seemed like
fine.
one of those movies where like the critics like were too snobby to like just
Yeah.
kind of enjoy a movie.
Yeah.
With that said, I haven't seen it, but I have a feeling it's probably a good time.
Yeah.
I would go in with the expectation. Just remember that it got like a 3% or 80% rotten, whatever. And then
Right.
oh, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's like you got to think of it. So it's not like a meaty, like heavy, like superhero movie. It's like a superhero movie. You know,
There's a lot of it that like repeats itself, where it's like, oh, this already happened in this movie. And then it's like, okay,
They're reminding like the short-term memory loss viewers.
yeah,
Yeah, prepare for 3 different endings.
it does end
It
a few
does.
times.
But
yeah.
the first time,
Okay.
I don't even
like the
wanna
Black
say.
Mirror thing.
I felt so dissatisfied. I was like, this is it.
was there
Oh.
your first
And it was-
ending?
Yeah, I was like, this is it.
I definitely got the like, oh, this is not done.
Yeah, not the
But I was
ending,
like,
yeah.
but okay,
Yeah.
they didn't have to make it seem like it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
And prepare for one scene to repeat a couple of times and to lull.
Okay. I mean, I'm used to repeating things. I mean, I'm not sure if they did it to like hammer down a point or if they did it just to remind you because you're dumb. But I'm used to watching My Hero Academia. Where
yeah, you're fine.
They just want you to remember
they think
somebody's
you're really
fate.
dumb.
yeah,
I think
yeah. My hero is.
if I had to rate this movie, it'd still be below the second Suicide Squad movie. For me, that
Like
was
the newer Suicide Squad.
No,
the
I
newer
agree. Yeah, I
Suicide
agree.
Squad movie that still would.
My movie's
You noticed who
excellent.
was in it,
Yeah.
right? Did
What?
you notice who was in it?
In
I don't
what?
want to say it in front of during the prison thing.
Oh,
You
the
noticed
Task
who
Force
the girl
X.
was? Task
The
Force
blonde
X.
girl.
The blonde
Oh
girl. You know
no,
who that was?
I didn't realize.
Do you really want to? Do you really want to?
Oh wow, I didn't even realize
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I was like, who's this blonde lady?
Yeah, that was her.
Oh, James
Oh,
Gunn's
wow.
wife.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it's cool because that's something I really liked about it. It was that they really did connect it to like all the other stuff.
good.
So it was really cool like that.
Like, you're like, wow, this is actually part of the universe, which is nice.
Yeah, they're not just cutting off the DCEU, but
Yeah.
I also thought they could have put Zatanna in this. And the
Carlos?
two characters, one of the two side characters, I was like, one of them could have been Zatanna, and that would have made sense because it's a magical aspect that you could have reintroduced everything.
But I think they don't want to waste bigger characters like that for like a
Are
side
they gonna use them?
character.
probably eventually.
Yeah, eventually. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Justice League Dark.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Because-
And
probably
they have
what they're gonna go.
Constantine and stuff too.
Yeah, now they got to keep up with Marvel. It seems like that they're picking up their pace. So
Yeah.
This
Go
could have
DC.
this could have been a Marvel.
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
It-
In the way that Aquaman could have been?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Like even like how Shazam was, where it's like, oh, this could have also been like a Marvel comedy.
Because it has like its light moments and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
it-
definitely.
it's like yes and no. It has like some of the darkest moments, and then also some of like the lightest stuff. So
Yeah,
it's
which was cool. It was a cool like mix
Yeah.
to see. Like it was
They handled
definitely
that
like
balance well.
yeah.
I think the only thing that threw me off was
that one kid who
when-
can't act.
besides that
Ooh.
the one scene where he's a normal person and his head is way too big for his body. You know?
Oh yeah.
I was like, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. They should have like they didn't go. That's not proportionate to the.
No, yeah.
I know.
He probably was watching. He's like, make my head bigger.
yeah.
I hope so. He's
I don't
like a
wanna look too
Funko Pop.
scrawny.
It's in my contract. Make my head bigger.
I like the scene where he sits down and it's actually the comic.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
comics.
yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
awesome.
That was really cool.
It's also very a rock movie. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Where it's
yeah.
like he's not allowed to lose.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yep.
but it works.
Yeah. And it was cool that he pushed so hard for like certain things to be in the movie and stuff, and that
Yeah.
they actually let him do it. There was a recent comment he made where he said that the guy who plays the Joker in the Batman,
Yeah.
that he wants to see him in like a future movie, maybe a Black Adam movie or something like that
Yeah.
too.
And
So-
just because that's what like that doesn't make sense. But
It doesn't, but
Yeah.
yeah.
They
Like, it definitely
it was
complicates
supposed to
stuff.
be rated R.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know
I saw
they
that
cut
too.
out a lot of stuff to make it not
The Rock's
rated
20
R,
sex
because
scenes.
There was a lot of. There was a lot of.
I think it was all
blood
those
and gore,
fatalities.
man.
No.
No, they said there was a lot
Doing
of
it in the
blood
whole
and
movie.
gore more than the movie itself.
Yeah, they probably just got rid of the blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how you make the rating go down.
Yeah.
He
All
didn't
I was
make it.
hearing through the movie was Gianna going, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's got a pretty crazy kill count, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
I think
does.
that I'll talk about when you watch it.
Okay.
Damn, I
wanna
want to see this movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm excited.
Don't get that excited.
Oh, I mean, the critics said
Get
it was-
mildly amused. That's it.
Mm.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Perfect smirk. Right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah.
No, yeah.
Do you have
It's good.
anything else? Otherwise, I'm looking forward to. I mean, I'm lukewarm about watching it.
Exactly.
good,
there
good.
you go.
Very look forward to it.
This is my pep talk.
To help solidify it, I'll give a sideways thumb.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys say all these basically positive things, other than a kid who can't act.
That kid really can't fucking act.
Meh.
The score will change when you come back and we can talk about it.
I wonder how it will change.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've seen someone yell in lowercase.
Yeah, that kid was the quietest speech presenter ever.
Yeah. What? Is he talking to us?
Yeah, literally.
That's what everybody knew. Like, they're like, oh, I know what that means now.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God he's doing the hand.
Yeah, I couldn't hear him. The diamond. All right.
Yeah. Oh, it's the diamond. Gotcha.
You have my
Gotcha.
X.
We're in now.
Thank
Yeah.
God. Okay, thank you.
I guess to continue the spoiler-free section of the podcast,
Yes.
because Tony and Rachel have not yet seen Werewolf by Night, the Marvel Studios special presentation.
Yes.
It's on our list.
It's next on your list?
Is that a movie or show?
It's
Show?
a special presentation. It's like, no, it's a movie.
It's an hour.
Yeah,
It's an hour.
It's like a 1 hour thing.
Oh.
Which in some
Aren't
ways
they
is a
setting
show.
up for another? I thought they were setting up for another group thing.
Midnight Suns.
Midnight Suns.
Oh,
because it's in
yeah,
Midnight
probably.
Suns, so they have to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so is Moon Knight. And
And
so
Whoa.
is Blade.
Yeah.
And so
Well, Blade will.
Blade will
Blade's
return.
dealing with its own stuff.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what to expect from this Werewolf by Night thing. I think it took a little time for me to pick up, but then once you kind of like had a grasp of everything going on, it was a lot of fun. It was very enjoyable, and the style was very cool throughout, even from the beginning. So
nice.
so yeah, I liked it.
I too liked it. I thought it was like just old monster movie kind of corny cheesiness and fun, and it wasn't like it doesn't take itself crazy seriously, but it's still like silly. So I don't know. I thought it was fun. I liked the character in it that was Big Boy. That I
Yes,
liked.
yes.
Yeah. I thought that was cool.
I bet that was everyone's favorite. Yeah.
I was like, I like Big Boy.
The rapper from Outkast?
Yeah, Ruben Studdard was in the
Whoa.
movie too.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
No, no.
Oh,
I'm
I
sorry,
get
the
all
only one who's
excited.
mad you haven't seen it either?
No.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gullible.
I didn't mean to call
That's
it.
okay.
I only called them out for not watching it.
Bruh.
Yeah.
That's why I was like,
No, that's
wait
okay.
till
That's
I
why
drop
we're being
mine
super
out.
subtle.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah. So it's not going anywhere. And plus, they released it so far ahead of Halloween. Like, why?
Yeah, that's very strange. I thought it would
Yeah.
be closer.
Yeah.
It's
like
October.
Hocus Pocus.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's October. Just
Hokey pokey.
Is the Guardians of the Galaxy special supposed to come out this December or?
Yeah, I think so.
December.
So that's like bold. We got Wakanda Forever, and then probably that. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's weird to think because they haven't released nothing about it, but I guess they don't
Yeah.
need to.
No.
Yeah, I guess
They're
not.
like, they have enough hype that they don't.
Yeah,
even
they
need
should
to.
actually just like drop that on like Christmas Eve and just be like Happy Holidays. everyone.
Did everybody watch the She-Hulk finale?
Yes.
Yeah. It was great.
Oh, yeah, you guys are all
Yeah,
up
we
on
watched
it.
it,
Yeah,
we watched it, yeah.
what'd you think? Spoilers. She-Hulk, full series.
I swear to God, I shouldn't have to repeat myself one more time.
Oh boy.
But if
Here we
you
go.
can't afford Disney Plus, you know what to do. I really don't even have to say it.
Cancel your Shudder membership.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Get to your gym, scream in their face, I need to afford Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I gotta leave you.
Tell everybody on your Netflix account to cancel their
Yeah.
thing so you don't have to pay per account.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time. It's like
Yeah.
$30 Netflix now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like, what? I understand,
Yeah.
but like,
Yeah.
So thoughts? What were your thoughts?
okay, sorry.
She-Hulk
Oh,
finale.
yes. Sorry, I got off topic. I actually enjoyed the the way it kind of like
Derailed.
doesn't take itself seriously. Like I'm like that's kind of a derailed. The robot I enjoyed. The whole where she's like, no, this isn't how it's supposed to happen. Let's redo it again.
It's a vibe.
I was like, I still think the ending was a little lackluster a little bit for like me, but whatever, I guess.
I thought it was a meme.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny.
It was fun.
I liked it. It was
the
silly.
whole episode was fun, and I was like, okay.
I want
they
season
just
2.
end? Okay. Yeah.
So I think it was really funny the way they did it, especially where the screen paused and you were like on the menu for Disney Plus and she jumps into the other one.
Mad ones.
It fooled me.
Oh really?
Yeah. I was like, oh no.
It was
Quickly put it back
great.
on.
Because Matt was like I said it like last time too. Is the audience what they wanted the audience to do is exactly what Matt did.
That is so
Matt's
funny.
like, what the fuck happened?
It was like us when we played Arkham Asylum.
Yes, yeah.
But no, I thought that was really cool. But it's as great and funny as it is. It does make the ending more like disappointing. It's like, oh, all right, that's how they ended it. Whatever, right? Like they have all these plot lines that are just whatever. But it was. So I would say I enjoyed it for its humor, and then I was dissatisfied for the actual plot of it. Right. So that's how I would put it.
I mean, plot-wise, it still accomplishes the same stuff, though. It just takes away the stupid blood guy, because that was dumb anyway.
It was
the
dumb,
whole
yeah.
battle.
Yeah, and then Abomination, it's just like, yeah, what are they? They're just going to fight him anyway?
Yeah.
And then everyone's going to complain it's a generic versus monster fight.
People are thinking that they're trying to get to World War Hulk, and that's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
they're introducing his son, and that's he apparently has another kid also, a girl.
Dude.
He has two. And they age differently on different planets.
Bruce Banner
Yeah,
got
they age
snail
differently
trail.
on that planet, so
Yeah.
that's why he's
Hulky
older.
was DTF on that.
Yeah, oh my
Except
god.
she wasn't a Hulk.
Everybody.
The mom wasn't a Hulk. He's also a shapeshifter.
Daddy
So
was
he
a
could
Hulk.
shift back
Mommy
to
was a
being
cow.
human. Like a human.
Yeah.
I did my research. I was like, "Excuse me," and I immediately went on my phone. So his mom is a shapeshifter, and so Scar can shapeshift.
Scar.
So, I will say now, just thinking about that stuff too, is I'm a little worried about the Daredevil show coming out. Yeah, because I feel like it's going to be a little too Marvel-fied, just the way that he was in this show. And I'm like, oh. I like the dark Daredevil on Netflix.
No, I know you really like that.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of him getting his ass like whooped to a bloody pulp like every episode. So I could use a little bit of lightheartedness in that.
Maybe that'll work out in your favor, Tony, because it's kind of like setting some expectations, and hopefully they'll exceed it.
Yeah, hopefully.
I was reading that there was a Charlie Cox did an interview about like his not like writing wise, but like him like as an actor, like why is he being so jovial, and he had like his own kind of like internal reasons why, where it's like when I go to LA, I'm sort of leaving my problems behind, and I could just sort of like be on a little bit of a vacation from Hell's Kitchen, like mentally as well. So that's kind of like how he approached it.
That's pretty cool.
So
Okay.
he feels like, I think like when he goes back there, he's going to be back to that vibe.
Okay.
But I understand what you're saying. It does kind of, and then they treated in the way that it was like so fourth wall breaking, just dropping Daredevil in like he's like the Master Chief spawned.
Yeah.
Just like- that was one of the goofiest, strangest things. But I knew what show I was watching, so I enjoyed it.
Yep.
I was it this show? I don't think it was Werewolf by Night, but it's so vague. I'm pretty sure it was She-Hulk though. Where wasn't there a narrator at one point, and she's arguing with the narrator?
Oh, she's like, we're not
Yes.
doing narration.
Was that the
Oh.
Watcher?
That's She-Hulk, and it was doing like the old intro to like the show.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
like
she's
the
like-
old Hulk show.
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
Lou Ferrigno.
And then she's like, "No, we're not narrating this." When he started talking again.
but wasn't that voice? Well, was that the voice of the Watcher from What If?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't think.
I dug through the credits and I didn't see him, nor did I see anyone credited as the
that's
narrator. And I was like, I think that was him.
That would be really funny.
Yeah, because he did a lot of those voiceovers until they started showing his, gigantic watermelon head.
Yeah.
His big baby head.
Average
Good
normal
guy.
size head.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Stop hating on the big head. Come on.
He's brainy.
Okay.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, that's why you're upset about The Rock's small head.
Yeah.
I was like, his head doesn't look. But you could make it look normal. People have normal heads.
times bigger now.
No, bigger. Watcher bigger.
Oh man.
Yeah. I like how when there was a scene. I'm not spoiling. This is literally no spoilers. Where it comes up behind him. And all you hear is Gianna go, Jesus Christ, what's wrong with his...
Yes.
I turned to her and I was like, steroids.
That's natty, bro.
Oh, that's natty?
Yeah, that's natty, bro.
Natty light.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Natty light.
It was like touching his ears. I was like,
that was
not
crazy.
That's
I don't
natty.
even know what you work out to get that.
steroids.
Everything.
You work out the
it's
needle.
natty.
Steroids. There's no way it could touch your earlobes. There's no way.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, if
You've
you want to
never
come
seen
on
his
this podcast.
looks like
exercise
this.
regimen and his
It looked like
protein
this.
shake.
It was like,
Matt, can you elaborate on his exercise regimen?
I could definitely hallucinate.
Hallucinate it?
Yeah,
Hallucinate?
I could hallucinate.
exactly how we feel.
It's amazing. He does a thorough workout of
Thorough?
5,000 reps right above the head of dumbbells. And
No-
then
no
he
break in
eats
between
500 eggs.
500.
It's always got to be in multiples of 5.
Steaks. He has like 5 steaks a
Yeah,
day.
Yeah.
5
And
steaks.
16
Yeah.
French fries.
he eats
No, you
chicken
can't have
alive.
16. Multiple of 5.
Oh, yeah.
What have you done?
Yeah.
Okay, it's 50.
If The Rock did that, he would instantly deflate.
He has to have 15 French fries. then.
Yeah.
The way you said that, it sounded like a little kid was like, you broke the fourth wall of the little kid's playing.
Yeah.
No, kid.
You're ruining my imagination. Don't do that.
It can't be 16.
Yeah.
Stop
That's
it, no.
that's an even number. It can't happen.
Holy shit.
When you said that, no. It's like, wow.
Addict.
I don't think he could have carbs. I think that alone would destroy him.
No,
you
probably
could
not.
have
He has
carbs.
cheat days. So
As long
whatever
as
that
he
is.
can.
No, that's got to be in even numbers, though.
Oh,
That's the only thing that could be in even is
fries.
carbs.
Fries would be.
Just think this.
That's
Kyle,
why it
just think
breaks.
this.
But you said 16. You said no.
Just think this. Think shoulders touching earlobes.
Yeah.
Like the back of his neck. Like this.
So he doesn't even have like one of those like later DBZ necks where they're like, like fatter, more sausagey than their own heads. Like,
Whoa.
That's what it is.
What
The
it is
sausage,
from the back.
yeah.
Nice.
You're like, okay, don't look at him from
So
the
he's a
back.
DBZ character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, big time.
He's
But
like
like that's not
like
healthy in real
post perfect
life.
cell. Yeah.
What if it was just CGI?
I don't
Yeah,
think
and the other one was his actual body.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, buff me up.
Every interview is just CGI'd him.
And prosthetics.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What were we talking about before this?
Yeah, how do we get to Black Adam?
We were talking about She-Hulk.
Oh. Holy crap.
I was asking about the narrator.
Now I feel like I'm in that
How we got
episode
there.
of
All right.
Ghost Adventures.
Oh, yeah.
We're just high up craving cheese crackers.
Yeah.
All right. I guess while we're on the superhero theme of everything, jump to Gotham Knights.
Yes.
So I really enjoy the game. I know a lot of people are very critical of the technical aspects of the game.
When are they not? I've just come to the conclusion that everybody's too critical and they need to relax.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
Everyone's a critic.
yeah.
They really.
But so there it's been getting like mixed reviews, but there's some sites that give it like really low scores that I don't think it deserves
Like a
at all.
4 out of 10.
Yeah, like which is kind of ridiculous. to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really fun game. It's really cool to see all the interactions between all the Bat family members. That's really fun. I really like that you get to like customize their outfits. That's really cool. Just the amount of outfits they have is really cool. And I'm sure there's gonna be more DLC stuff later. The way they handle the cases, where it's like you can work in this case or you can work in this case. Like right now, we're working on like 3 cases at the same time.
Dang.
you can work on 3. It's like an open world like thing. I also like their relationships
Yeah, that's what I was
to
saying.
each
The
other.
interactions
Yeah,
are
like
really cool.
I really like how you can see that they're all grieving, but they're all grieving together kind of thing. Yeah, and I kind of like that. Like they're still family, even if Batman's not there.
May I ask what's the general story premise to sort of set all this up?
So, in the first 10 minutes of the game, there's a cutscene where they show Batman die.
Oh.
So-
Yeah, he really eats the shit too.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
He has like a real coronary, like he's eating like the Baconator.
Yep,
Yeah,
just-
yeah.
Sure,
2 of them.
Oh, that'll do it.
He started on his third one
His real,
and kicked it.
his
He's
real arch
starting to break
nemesis,
the-
the Baconator.
The 9 double challenge. Yeah. It's like, I could do 10, Alfred.
He was
Like,
sitting, he
no,
was
you
sitting
can't.
next to you on the space station.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like Batman, you're going to die.
I
tastes like peanut butter now.
I like how they make all the characters like culturally appropriate. Like you know, the 2 characters you run into in the very beginning of the game. I mean, I could say it right. It's not spoiling.
The Al Ghul
Martians?
family.
The Al Ghul
Oh.
family.
Oh, okay.
Look
Like the
the
Martian
way they
Manhunter.
should
He's a
look.
real Martian.
I was like, wow, okay, I'm impressed because this is the way they should look, considering where like where they came from, where everything, you know, it's the way they should have looked. And I was like, okay, good.
But just to give a basic background, so Batman's dead, and then
Sure is.
and so now all of like the Bat family members have to take up all the cases that Batman left behind, and also like Gotham City itself like is like falling to shit because of like there's no Batman, so everyone's like, oh, there's no Batman around, let's do whatever we want. And so it's like it's cool because you got to see them progress and be like there's certain characters that don't take them seriously. So, like, we're in a Penguin mission. Penguin doesn't take them seriously. Like, oh, you're not Batman. I'm not even going to talk to you.
Yeah.
So now you got to build yourself up, right? And so it's really cool to see them doing.
So you're playing as like the other Bat family characters.
Yep.
Like,
So you got Nightwing, Red Hood, Robin, Tim Drake Robin, and then Batgirl, Barbara Gordon Batgirl. So it's really cool. And then like it feels so human, right? Like, so when they have these different interactions, so like you'll get emails from certain characters and stuff. Like there's one, we're playing as Dick Grayson right now, so Nightwing, and he sends out an email to everybody being like, hey, I don't want to be that guy, but you know, I had some leftover pizza in the fridge that I was going to eat after a workout, and it's gone, and someone threw out like the rest of it or something.
They ripped up the box and put it at
Yeah.
the bottom of the garbage.
To hide like that
To
they're
hide
eating.
Oh my God.
So like, who did that? And then Tim sends an email back. It's like the email chain, and then Tim's like, "Well, I mean, it definitely wasn't me." And then Jason's like, "Why don't you just get over it and get a new pizza?" And then they're like, "Oh, Alfred's being pretty quiet on this email chain." And Alfred's like, "Oh, I thought it was put on by mistake. Yeah, I don't eat that."
He goes, I can't eat that.
Yeah.
So-
Oh my God.
So it's really cool to see stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, there was one that I got because I love the game. My opinion, it's awesome. It's been a lot of fun. I've been just like going on patrols, stopping crime, and then the next day you find like premeditated crimes because of patrols you stopped. And I've been doing that like a whole bunch, and that's been a lot of fun. But the email chain I got was Tim asking if they want to start a podcast together. And I was like, holy shit, let's go. And then Jason just goes like, no. And Dick's like, look, Tim, like maybe, I don't know. It's like an okay idea. And Tim's like, no, it's a good idea.
That's so funny.
And Jason's like, no. The only thing in his email, just no.
The weird part is during the Dick Grayson, they had a little clip where they talked about how Dick Grayson, when he first became Nightwing, started a fan page for himself.
Oh yeah.
And he
God.
goes, don't tell anybody, Barbara, please.
Wow.
And he was like, I was just starting.
And
out.
you guys are telling me about Nightwing wanting that cat,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I was chilling in the Belfry, just walking around, and Nightwing goes like, "Yeah, this place could use a cat."
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
I was like, "What the hell?" That's like so funny.
They had a cat. They actually had, like, you hear it, and I'm like, where's the cat? And they're like, you need to get food. Somebody needs to get food to draw the cat out into the belfry.
What?
Yeah.
It's a stray cat.
You have a conversation with Alfred as Dick Grayson,
Yeah.
and then you hear the cat, and Alfred, it's like, oh, he's like, you did talk about wanting a cat or something before, and then he's like, yeah, like, where's the cat? And then Alfred's like, oh, well, we got to bring the cat out because
It's a
it
stray
probably doesn't
cat.
trust us. It's
So you gotta
stray.
bring him food.
Yeah. Oh, it's so cool to see all those
Yeah,
interactions.
there's a lot of good like interactions. Even like if you're playing as a specific character walking around, you might get like a specific interaction. Like Tim was playing chess with Alfred, and like
Oh, that's cool.
Like Nightwing and Red Hood were like doing the dishes or
There's such
or,
like
cooking.
slice of life stuff in
Yeah.
that game that's like Batman's dead.
Yeah.
They have his
a lot
towel.
of they got to cope with it, and
Life
their
goes
family.
on.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's about like being a family and coping with like, hey,
Wow.
you're Barbara lost Jim and Batman now.
Yeah,
so.
because Jim Gordon's dead too.
You can go to his memorial too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jim Gordon's memorial is cool.
Go
Yeah.
and see. Yeah.
I just
I
like
enjoy
the
it.
Is it like a? Oh, sorry, what?
what? Oh, I like the idea of Batman just having a bunch of undone jobs and just
yeah.
like a little sticky note being like, "Do later,
Yeah.
do later, forget about this."
You know,
Push off the rabbit.
all the videos that are left by him, I go, wow, he's controlling them from the grave.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the grave, he left these videos saying, my information leaked out. Go stop the information. And it's like,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
it's like you're still
Yeah.
telling me what to do.
Yeah.
even when you're dead.
There's a video of me having sex. Please, I know you're my kids, but help.
Quickly take a magnet to my laptop.
Don't check my browser history.
It's got to be a really strong one.
Yeah. Important mission. Delete. Erase all the cookies.
I know people were complaining about the bat cycle.
Oh,
I
I
don't
love
know
it.
why.
Bat cookies.
I love it. They said it wasn't fast enough, and I went, "What?" I watched Tony ram through people and into a car. I was like, I'm surprised he didn't go fast.
Yeah.
Just like launch
The,
up.
the big complaint was like frame rate issues and
Yeah.
lag and people being like the combat's not the Arkham combat. And like to that I say one from the beginning of the game being announced they're like it's not an
the
Arkham game.
Yeah.
Like it's not in the Arkham verse, it's its own thing. Done, right? The frame rate day one patch, like by the time I played it, which the first day it came out,
Yeah.
no
fine, yeah.
no drops,
Yeah.
flowing very well, playing
very well.
very well.
I've only encountered like 2 glitches, and they weren't big glitches. Like I was standing on the edge of a building, and like very edge, and I was like, okay, I'm just surveying. But when I'm waiting for Tony to come back, he does like they do like
The idle animation.
Yeah.
Idle animation. He steps over but doesn't fall.
No,
and
that,
then
yeah, that's
takes
like
the full
yeah,
step. I
yeah.
go, but that's normal.
that's like every
Yeah,
game.
That's every
Right.
game. Yeah.
has
Even
stuff
Spider-Man.
and then
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
where his drawstrings.
That one was weird. Jason Todd's,
Jason Todd's when he has a sweatshirt. Straight up.
Yeah, that
That's
didn't-
pretty
that
cool.
didn't
Every
happen to
scene we
us.
have with him,
Maybe
Every
they're-
scene?
every
Every
cutscene
scene,
so
well,
far.
every scene with
Mr. Freeze.
starting the penguin.
Maybe
stuff.
they're homing.
Oh no, Mr. Freeze stuff. You're right. It was
Have
the
you
Mr.
tried
Freeze.
changing the gear and going back?
changing in gear? Oh no, but it's the street clothes.
It's a street clothes.
Oh no, that
Yes.
never happened to me.
Oh really?
That you guys have a weird version of the game.
That's
I'll try to
interesting.
take a picture of it.
Yeah,
next
that
time.
sounds
Yeah.
hilarious.
Hopefully, it's still there when we.
Well, maybe when you get to the Mr. Freeze, maybe it's those cutscenes, the Mr. Freeze cutscenes.
Yeah, but I
And
if
she's
that
a
was a
Mr.
thing, it would
Freeze
be all
fans.
over the internet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I-
I gotta Google it. Maybe it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's nuts.
Weird
He's got little
That was
magnets
really
in his
it.
little thing.
Mm.
Everything else was like, I can't complain at all. I don't know why these people are like. "Ugh," and I'm
It,
like,
it doesn't deserve a 4 at
No,
all.
definitely not.
The
Yeah.
graphics from what I saw are like really like realistic looking.
people
Yeah,
were
it's
complaining
really
about
People
that.
calling it mobile game graphics.
I
Ah.
don't. What,
Who are these
then what
spoiled
more?
people?
Right? Exactly.
You know the issue is everybody, like you said, everybody is spoiled, and they're so used to all these games.
I know.
But they don't realize the graphics are like 10 times better than Arkham's graphics were. So how are you gonna say that that's a bad game, but Arkham's such a good game?
Yeah, people are just
Yeah.
mad because Arkham looked so good back then, and now it's like,
But
it,
everything's
it's a
gonna
better,
look good
yeah.
back then.
Yeah.
It's like rose-colored glasses. Like it's
Yeah.
nostalgia. I don't
Go back to
understand.
playing
People
Atari.
need to calm down.
Right.
Or
Yeah,
just
nerds.
literally
Makes
like
me
Yeah.
really
if you're
angry.
if you're saying it's like a PS3 game, pick up a PS3 game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like-
Put them side by side. Let's see.
And even like PS4, bro, this game looks so good.
Yeah.
All the little details, like I put it in the Discord, but they have like photos of like Tim with Superboy, Red Hood with Arsenal, Tim's graduation, like Red. It's so cool. It's just
Did
in
you
the
see-
Belfry too.
Did you see Ace the Bat?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
cool.
Ace the Bat
They
Hound
have
on the
pictures
wall
of
was
Ace the
real-
Bat
and it was a
Hound.
German
Yeah.
Shepherd. It was cool.
Yeah.
It was
That
nice.
was so
Yeah,
cool.
it's crazy the amount of detail they
There's
put.
a lot
in.
of love into that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
The only thing that I think will like so that all right, so we talked a lot about the positives. Let me try to talk about like, the things that I felt were like
you have
a
3
little
minutes.
off. Yeah. All right. So basically the crafting I felt like is a little confusing.
The menu's no good. That's why.
Yes. Yeah.
The
Exactly.
UI is not great.
Yeah. It's like
The
the
controllers are weird.
Because
well,
like
it's the
what-
menu
what-
itself.
What
right? Like-
Avengers does, it gives you like a little icon, so you could use the left stick like a mouse. So you could click if you want a specific
Yeah.
tab. In this, you gotta like L1, R2,
Yeah.
the
And
tabs.
they're
It's
like
confusing.
mixed up. Usually it would be like R1 to like go over,
The
but now
pages
it's
and
Yeah,
R2.
but it's R2
and
because it's a subcategory.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they make it confusing. I felt like it didn't have to be that confusing.
Mhm.
The other thing is the suits that you put over your suits you can't customize.
The transmogs,
yeah, the transmogs. I felt like that's not cool because like there's suits that I have to wear because those are higher levels, but then I also want to be able to customize like the other suits. So I'm like, oh, that's annoying. Like,
yeah, well, I at first was annoyed by that, but then when I was like going around the city in the other outfits and like customizing those outfits, I was like, okay, it's like giving me a reason to not always pick the Jim Lee one. So I'm like, all right.
It was like that in what was that fighting game?
Injustice.
Injustice. You
That's
had to pick
true.
the ones that were higher level to get higher power. It's the same concept that they're using. That also.
But they should allow you to do like a transfer of the stats onto the gear
one you want to
like,
use.
Injustice eventually let you do that.
Yeah.
I think like way later.
Yeah.
Like, oh, now you can transfer the stats. But if they did that, that'd be neat.
Yeah, exactly. That would fix that already. That'd be great.
Because even the stock outfit, it's like only that first one that you have. Because I haven't gotten a new stock outfit. Like the classic one that you start the game with.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to play that, but it's not high enough level.
Yeah. See,
for the ladies out there who like playing games, Grayson's butt is so beautiful. It's so he has the spandex suit, like his traditional Nightwing suit, like
the Jim Lee one.
His butt.
And it's natty, bro.
Natty.
Gianna even messaged me back from. I sent a Snapchat to her, and she went, "That's his butt," and I went, "Yes." Party eyes. It's just so round and sculpted. It's nice.
Yeah.
Round and sculpted.
Other characters actually comment on his butt. Like Harley Quinn comments on his butt, like immediately, and I was like, "Wow, we're in the same mindset."
Yeah, his butt's a thing in the comics too.
Yeah,
his butt is.
They're very well. He'll just like.
So it's a comic accurate ass.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Yes, that Etsy thing I found where it's a sticker of him going like. And his butt is out like a
that's
butt.
from the comics, man.
Oh my god,
he's like the Coppertone girl.
Yeah. There's a poster of the whole Bat family, like they're all like standing cool, looking forward, and he's still doing the butt.
Yeah. He's like, I know what you're here for.
Yeah. Here's my best angle.
Yeah. And the only other thing.
Oh my god, people actually.
The only other thing that I felt is like.
Juicy.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, that's the post.
It should say juicy on it.
Yeah. So the only other thing I would say is with the combat and stealth stuff, I feel like it's like I kind of wish a little more with the stealth stuff.
Have you played as Tim?
No, not yet.
Then you can't say anything.
Okay, all right.
Tim, you could do the whole game stealth.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say because
Gianna was playing the prison, and because like she's like, oh, I gotta fight all these guys in like Blackgate. I was like, no, Gianna, I played as Tim. Watch this. I went around everybody stealth.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like the stealth's hard. I guess we're playing as Dick Grayson, but the stealth is kind of hard because
Dick Grayson's like he's the acrobat.
Yeah,
he's like the high speed fighting and all that stuff. And in the game, the way they make it is like Tim's the stealth guy. You could like upgrade a path for him specifically too, so you could like run and do the quick steps, and it's like quieter steps and like and you could. There's one where he like turns invisible and stuff. He uses like a watchtower tech. It's cool.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I guess it's just playing as a different character.
Yeah.
So, but
I've definitely had a different experience with that.
That's interesting.
I've taken out like the street patrols. I felt like actual Batman when I'm doing like the street patrols, and I take out all of them stealth. I'm like, that's sick. That's fucking awesome. Tim Drake the game.
You just like cut circles out of everyone's heads off.
They don't make you play as everybody, so I'm just like, bye, Bat family.
Yeah, that's the same. We're like Dick Grayson. We're like haven't changed any.
Gotham who?
I'm glad there's New Game Plus because what I do want to do at some point is play as everybody, right? So like you can see all the cutscenes with this other character because it like even just when we're talking about it sounds like such a different experience, which is awesome.
Yeah,
and it's co-op, but I haven't been able to play co-op yet. But I want to. Yeah, I want to.
You guys want to move on and talk about Clerks 3?
Sure.
So we've all seen it. So spoilers if you haven't watched Clerks 3. It's on Matt's Voodoo account.
Good,
Link in the description.
DM Matt for your voodoo password.
What?
Okay, well, since Tony and Rachel just watched it yesterday, I want to hear your thoughts most of all. So.
Okay, so I felt like it seemed way more of an independent film than his other ones, which was strange because I felt like every scene had like music in it, and I'm like, this makes it feel like, at least in my experience, it makes it feel like it's like I'm watching just like an independent film. It doesn't seem like Kevin Smith filmmakers. It sounds like, not sounds like, but it felt like I was watching like a student film almost, because it was just like scene after scene after scene. I'm like, you don't need music in every scene, and this music had lyrics in every scene. I'm like, it's so distracting.
I think what would have made it a little bit better for me was if the friend didn't have the heart attack in the very beginning, and then
Randall
and then it'd be like he had a heart attack at the very end, and it almost meant less because he had the heart attack at the end.
Well, for me, I feel differently about that part, because for me, I think it was the whole point of that movie was that like Randall's life was really just Dante's life. So it was like, yeah, Randall had a heart attack and all this stuff, but it was like, it was really Dante's story. So Dante was the one that was gonna die of the heart attack.
Yeah, I think my favorite
like that
part
made sense
was the
to me.
Movie theater part.
Yeah, that was a
Sitting
really
watching
sad
his-
scene.
his-
That was a really sad.
That was one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, I thought that part was very artfully done.
Yeah,
and
That's
I-
why
definitely.
I liked.
Yeah.
That was a good part.
That was awesome. Yeah.
But for me, it was like a catch-22 where I thought that was very well done. It was funny to see. I mean, I can't act as someone who can't act like the actor who plays Dante. I feel like could act circles around the actor who played Randall. Where it's like you could tell he put that shit in his eyes to irritate them to make him cry. I'm like, oh my god, high def is not your friend in this scene. but they did such a good job with that. But it almost felt like a little cheated. Felt like it was like a mislead where I thought the point of the movie for Dante was to get like a second meaning in life.
Yeah.
And he was looking for it, and ultimately he didn't.
Yeah.
And I mean, it did make it ultimately even more sad, and like, maybe through cheap Marley and Me methods, it was, they obtained that.
Yeah.
So it's like cool, but not cool at the same time.
Yeah.
I feel mixed about it. But the fact that like he made a movie that made me feel things is like very surprising to me, because I mean, I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan. I listen to a lot of his podcasts for many years now, and I always liked his personality. And then I feel like going and seeing or like getting his movies is just like my own way of supporting, even though I mainly just like to watch him talk. And I've heard him say his heart attack story so many times that he just basically he transcribed it in this movie. It was exactly the same.
I felt that.
Where watching it with my wife, she hadn't heard him tell this story, and so I was like, oh, this actually this works for you.
Right. Yeah.
And meanwhile, for me, I'm like saying the words along with it. It's like, yeah. And even playing the grassy music, it's like that was it's like that's the song I was singing when I was when I was laying down as they were going up my balls or whatever. Yeah.
It's nostalgic to see the characters because I watched both of the Clerks. I feel a little jaded just because like I didn't want that to be the way that character
It was bold.
died. I didn't. I would rather it had
finite.
stopped at the second one and me imagine that he lived happily ever after. I felt a little cheated. I felt a little cheated.
Yeah, I'm surprised they killed Dante, and I'm surprised that even his girlfriend was dead. And what happened to the baby?
With it.
Yeah,
She
with
died.
the baby.
Yeah.
She died with the baby.
Sucks.
pregnant.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So stinky.
I also hated
Yeah.
how I would have liked a somber funeral. For his funeral, they made it like it was jokey, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I understand the whole movie. The whole movie is jokey. You couldn't have had that one.
They had to try and
serious
pick it
moment.
back up at the end because there was nothing left. Instead, be
And they're
like,
playing the
you
one
should
of my.
kill yourself. The end.
They're playing.
They should have did a color run with his ashes.
When they're during that scene, I was like, that would have been a really good scene with that music.
None of them can run.
If you would have continued to make it serious, because that song's like a serious song about somebody dying, and I was like, that would have been a perfect scene if it was more serious with the perfect song. Where I'm like, Like, and then you could have had the jokey stuff, and then you leave him at the counter all depressed, and you're like, all right, that's it, okay. And I'm like, I can't do this.
I was surprised about the turnaround for Elias.
Yeah,
it was just so quick.
Oof.
Yeah, just like, okay, so you can be the new. I'm like,
him turning satanic.
Yeah.
yeah.
Personally, I like the bookends of the movie. I like the beginning, and I like the end.
You like My Chemical Romance?
Yeah.
I literally went, you have my full attention right now.
Jersey Boys. Yeah.
I love My Chemical Romance. I was a Jersey girl coming at me. I love My Chemical Romance. It was my favorite band in high school. Like, it still is one of my favorite bands. So I'm like, all right, you have my interest. Immediately coming in, I was like, that's it? Yeah. I should have guessed it. I should have known.
Yeah. The book ends.
Yeah, so I like the beginning of the story and the heart attack that Randall has, and the direction it sets the movie in. And then the middle, I'm like, man, I wish that was like a different movie in the middle, because like honestly, I would have loved to see him trying to cope with that while sending his friend to his grave is like such a cool, crazy story.
Yeah.
And it's super deep, but it's like a lot of it is just remaking the
Rehashing
first
the
two
first two
movies.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, like that kind of sucks for me, because I would have liked to see that journey through a different lens, not like, oh, it's a highlight reel of the old movies.
When you say that, like, that you just outlined a way cooler, more deep and thought-provoking type of movie that you kind of missed the mark on. Yeah.
No, I agree 100%, because when they were doing like the whole middle part of the movie where they're just filming the movie, I'm like, I'd rather just watch the first two Clerks. Like, I don't want to watch them making the thing that I watched already.
I'm gonna be honest. Halfway through, I fell asleep, and I woke up when he's screaming at his friend that, like,
that's the bookend.
That's the bookend part.
So
that's the drama.
You saw the best part.
That part is so
between
good.
them
Yeah.
filming and that big blunt that Silent J had, where he's like, more. There needed to be more. I fell asleep at that
They
part
were
and woke
fun.
up
I have
at
no
the
Jay Silent
bookend,
Bob
and
issues.
I was
I
like,
agree.
okay. And then I also was like, what's going on?
I love them having the store next door. That was
And I forgot that at the end of Clerks 2, they own the what's it called, the Quick Mart. Whatever. So it's like, I gotta go talk to the owners. It's just them as they're like have their gigantic crazy joint. I think I had 3 thoughts that I was meaning to bring up. Amy Sedaris playing the doctor for Randall's heart attack, and he's talking about Mandalorian to her. Meanwhile, she's Baby Yoda's like best friend in the show. Like, she's that mechanic in Mandalorian. She's like, the what now? So that was really funny to me.
I recognized her voice.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just can't.
It's like it's like she's like somebody who doesn't know Mandalorian. Like, that's acting. No, she was awesome. I really loved her character in that.
Really funny.
Elias. While I like his character, especially in Clerks 2, it's very time stamped. Clerks 2, you go back and watch it, they say some shit that's real bad to listen to, but then it's very like Lord of the Rings and Transformers heavy, and it's like kind of like in that time. Now it's like it's time stamped of like when it became really cool to start hating on crypto. And like Kevin Smith has released like a movie as like a NFT and stuff like that. Like so it's like 2 and 3, not so much the first one, but Clerks 2 and 3 kind of have that stuck in time type of feel, which it is what it is. And maybe because I'm a dumb person, or I don't know, the next day was it I had a thought later in the day. What was it? I remember one of the 2 things they foreshadow. They foreshadowed Dante's death, and it was kind of like neat because one is kind of obvious, the other one's a little bit more, to me, was a little bit more subtle, because it didn't hit me till the next day as I'm like walking up to my job. I'm like, well, it's like Amy Sedaris says to Dante, it's like, you hang out with your friend, you eat all the same foods as him. It's like, you better get yourself checked out, and he doesn't do it.
Like that was an infomercial. Like, I was like, am I watching a 90s
Yeah, it's very informative. Yeah.
Should be,
Maybe it'll help a person or two.
Right I was like, I feel like. Tony's like,
But-
and that's why you should watch your cholesterol.
But it was the next day.
That's exactly what
it
I
was the
did.
next day. I'm sort of like walking, and I'm like, oh, he ripped on Randall. It's like, you can't kill me in the third act of the movie, because like originally in Clerks, Dante gets shot and killed at the end, and it was an homage to that. I'm like, those motherfuckers, they killed him in the third act. That didn't hit me too much later. I was like, you son of a gun.
I like that they fixed Jason Mewes' teeth.
You call that fixed?
Yeah, because his mouth doesn't look
veneers
like
or
an old
something,
wrinkly vagina anymore.
Yeah.
You know how
He
like
stretched out his lips,
that
so
why
it
his
looked
teeth
more
look
natural.
perfect? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's like his teeth look-
they
I
put
go,
some
"Why does your
veneers
teeth
on him.
Your teeth looks very straight right now. I was like, oh.
They're huge, but I like
yes,
it.
exactly.
Yeah.
In the way that like you have your mouth open slightly, and not see your teeth. You see his entire teeth.
Yeah. Do you remember him in Jay and Silent Bob, the reboot? And his mouth just looked like a wrinkly old
really?
prune.
Even in reboot, they weren't fixed like
No.
that.
Yeah, his mouth looked like an old hag's mouth.
We watched it back at Olivia's house. She had us
Yeah.
over, and they're like,
Yeah.
"What did we watch?" We're like, "Oh,
I was
that
like,
it was like,
man.
it wasn't that bad. Like, I would watch it again."
Yeah.
And then Matt was like, "His mouth."
Yeah, it just kept like.
I couldn't stop
I
staring
know
at it too,
what
but
it looks like. I've had some family members waiting for like the placement of the teeth.
I presume it's from drugs, right?
Probably.
Oh yeah, probably yeah.
Because he's been like clean and sober for like a whole bunch of years now. He's doing really well. And I guess he finally was like, well, I guess I'm not gonna fuck him up. Let's get him fixed. But
Yeah. I like that because it stretches out his mouth enough that it makes him look younger.
Yeah,
It's
I
very
was like, why does this
complimentary.
guy-
Yeah.
I go standing next to Kevin.
let's
Smith,
leave it
I
with
was
your
like,
thoughts and not mine.
I go, isn't Kevin Smith supposed to look better because he lost
Yeah.
all the weight he had? And like, I go, he looks older now.
He just looks like a tan Southern California
Yeah.
guy.
Oh my God,
Why?
yeah.
I go, somebody did spray tan on him. There's no way. He looks like he got spray tan. Like,
He's beef jerky.
Yeah, it made him look older. The spray tan.
Yeah.
We have other stuff on the agenda, so in interest. Did you guys want to talk about Ghost Adventures?
Ghost Adventures
Yeah.
was insane.
Talking about doing so many drugs,
Yeah, literally, this episode they had to have been on something
like shrooms or
Yeah,
acid.
like I feel like they microdosed, but they took a little too much, and it sent them into like Gonzo world.
Yes,
And they were like,
they're literally
my flashlight.
yeah, they're
For an
describing
hour.
They're actively describing a thought loop,
Yeah.
which like you experience if you're like just way too high.
Oh, wow.
And they're like, we stared at this flashlight for 52 minutes.
What?
We didn't realize we got stuck in a time vortex. We were stuck here for at least an hour,
Oh
an hour
my
and a
God.
half.
Yeah.
And they're like, get in the stairs.
Yeah.
Man, these stairs are crazy.
And they stayed on the same floor for like 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why they end up having to. They
Two
have
parts.
to do part two.
I can't wait
my
to see part
God.
2 where they're like really like even more balls
And-
deep in the sauce.
And they're even talking to each other, and fucking Aaron says to one of the guys, he's like, "Oh, great, another cold spot," and he walks upstairs, and everyone stays downstairs, and they still keep fucking like basically tripping out, talking to
Oh
each
my
other,
God.
and you could see Zach is even like.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then they all go upstairs. They're like, "Why did you go upstairs?" He's like, "We were down there for like 2 hours."
Yeah. Yeah.
And they released this
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah. It's a really funny.
As a two-parter.
It's
Yes.
awesome. It's
Dude,
really funny. You
this
gotta watch this episode.
This is the
Oh
most
my
I've ever
God.
been like, "Oh Jesus Christ!" Yeah, they're high.
yeah.
That's crazy.
did you watch that special?
Yeah,
Yeah, that
What
special
did you
I
think
thought
of
was
that
neat.
special?
It was funny.
I literally was like,
I'm so stupid.
I mean, literally, I was like, we're doing this.
I already
think
forgot
we
what
turned
it
it off
was.
halfway.
I'm holding the
I was
chair.
like,
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I'm
Yeah.
so, dude, that
Yeah,
was-
he was gonna
that
attack
so,
him.
Dude, that was so good.
I'm so
Yeah.
stupid.
Are you
just
kidding me?
seeing him
That
with
was
the
so
chair.
good.
We
Him
just saw
walking
with the chair.
Yeah, bro. He's
We're like,
Yeah.
in the hall. You tell me they
I
weren't
was
high.
going to attack
they're all
him.
going to that. They're all going to that one room. I go, okay, guys, can
Yeah.
we stop banging at that one room? There's like other buildings.
We all had to separate because we were gonna kill each other.
Yeah, and then they were, that is so funny.
Yeah.
That was him holding the chair the whole time. It's just.
I love that
still.
episode.
And
That episode's good.
You guys said you didn't get all the way through it.
No, we turned
That's
it
the
off.
end
Like,
of
it's
the
so
episode. Is
stupid.
the chair.
Yeah.
Oh wow! All right.
Yeah, you got through the entire
So we
thing.
did,
Yeah.
all right, because we were just, I was like, Tony, he
Yeah.
has a chair. And he goes, what? And it comes from the other room.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, what? And
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
He has a chair.
Yeah,
Tony.
because we're like, what did they watch? Because this is like really like funny.
Yeah.
so much going on.
Yeah, it was a
pretty
fun
much was them
episode.
almost fist fighting each other the whole entire episode.
That's like
is-
every episode.
That's better than regular reality
Yeah,
TV.
no.
I
mhm.
go, wait for it. I go every episode. I'm like, wait for it.
every episode. They're gonna fight
He's
each
gonna
other.
They get
get
possessed, they attack each other.
Some
Yeah.
type of way. I go, that's
Someone
evidence
has to
proof.
get possessed.
Yeah.
Same thing
He's
every
not a ghost
time.
It's awesome.
I think it's so
I
stupid.
love it. It's so funny.
This new one, dude.
Yeah,
It was so funny. Just when you watch it, just picture them being like, "Okay, guys, before this episode starts, we all have to take this tab of acid."
or I feel
For the views.
Yeah.
Oh,
either a
man.
tab
Only
of
a
acid.
corner.
Yeah, they're only taking a corner of acid that they accidentally smoked weed before, so it really like put them into the trip zone. Either that, or they got one of those like shroom chocolate
Yeah,
bars,
yeah.
and they're like, "I could eat like a quarter of it, and I'll be fine."
Yeah.
and then they're like, "Give me that amount. I
They
trust
have them
you."
in Cali.
Yeah.
The shroom bars. They probably just got it and split it.
So I feel like
so
they
crazy.
I had
accidentally
too
ate
big
too
of a
much.
piece
Yeah.
of the shroom bar.
Yeah.
I'm fucking tripping out.
Yeah, this episode legitimately feels like this has to be what they do a good chunk of the time.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
I couldn't not see it. After the second Matt pointed out, I was like,
Did
"Oh
they
my
have
god,
guests?
you're right."
Did they have guests?
They do at one point of the episode.
Yeah, towards
Did
the end.
they give them shrooms? Also?
Nah.
Or the guests just standing there?
Actually, probably because they even said
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
guy walked into the house. We told him not to go in yet.
Yes, it was like the other
That's like
Yeah,
special
that's
where he's
special.
like,
That was
we
so
told him to
stupid.
leave.
Yeah,
and he's
and
sitting in.
he kept going to the same room.
Yeah, the same room.
I
like-
gotta go
yeah.
in this room, bro.
That was funny, dude.
Yeah.
We gotta watch more of that other show with the ghost trap. We're gonna
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
we do.
Oh
We have
man,
to.
that show is nuts. We gotta finish up My Possessed Pet though
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
What?
My Eli Roth.
No, my God.
Yeah.
no.
My Possessed Pet. The first episode is about basically a schizophrenic girl with a horse.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I love horse girl
Yeah.
stuff. It's a
Yeah.
I don't-
ghost horse.
Yeah,
I
the
don't think
equestrian.
people realize that animals also get mental illnesses, just like humans. They can also have schizophrenia. They
Rachel,
can
there's
also
nothing
be
wrong with this horse in
bipolar.
this episode.
Yeah.
They can take
It's all the
medicine
human.
for it. They have the same disease as we do.
The show's called My Possessed Pet. There's nothing wrong with this horse.
I want to see what goes on in the next episode involving a tarantula.
Oh,
A tarantula?
There's
Yeah.
the next two episodes look so funny because like the next portrait is just this guy like staring like this at his dog.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, the guy's possessed, and he's just like
It's so funny, dude.
Yeah, this show is nuts.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll watch and we'll report back next
Yeah.
time.
Well, what about Silent Hill?
4 games.
yes.
4 games in a movie.
We did it.
And a
We did it.
movie.
Fucking Space Zamboni did it.
Again.
Fucking hands down. I said we're gonna do the nostalgia critique episode because every time we've done it, it's predicted the future.
Let's not
Like,
jinx it
yeah.
because we've had a good run so far.
Twisted Metal, the
Yeah.
show. Sonic, the game. Pac-Man, the new game.
Yeah.
Every single time we've done something like that, something new's been announced, right? Silent Hill. I'm like, look, I say in the episode, I'm like, I don't even care that this episode we're not bringing in the disc, we're not doing our normal routine. I just want more Silent Hill games. So we're doing the episode on Silent Hill. And then they did this transmission. And they're remaking Silent Hill 2.
which is a good game.
They're doing a community-based game
Yes.
where it's going to be like a Telltale game, but everyone watches together and you choose the path of the character
gonna be
as you're
so
watching.
cool.
Is that Transmission? Is that one? Or which
No,
one?
that transmission was the general one. It's
Oh.
Ascension, I believe it's called. So basically, it's like the Bandersnatch on Netflix if everyone watch it together. And like your chats might show up in the game and stuff. And it looks like, whoa, that's like super creative. They have another one that's in Japan. And it's taking place, it's like a basically
1960s or something
yeah.
like that.
1960s Japan, so they want to do like that Japan style horror in a video game, and that's called Silent Hilf.
Oh,
It's called Silent Hill F, but it's Silent
yeah.
Hill.
That's a hilf right there.
Made me feel like it was like going to be a Last of Us thing with those plants.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was looking at the plant stuff.
yeah.
I was like, oh.
I'm excited for the remake of the second one. That one was.
Oh
a good
my
story,
God,
and
yeah.
I'm excited. I hope the movie's as good as the director talked about.
That guy was like
he's
Kevin
the guy
Smith
from the
sucking his own
last-
schlong.
The last Silent Hill movie, he directed that one. He's directing this one. When he talks about it on the preview, I was like, I don't know how hard this guy can jerk himself
Yeah,
off.
this
Like,
the first one I like. I like the first
Yeah,
one.
the first one's
The
neat.
second one is like over the top
I
silly.
think the second one's cool.
But it's
I enjoyed it when you showed it
yeah,
to me.
it's like my Speed Racer because like Matt likes
Yeah.
the Speed Racer movie.
I know it's dog shit. I don't care.
And that's how it's like the Silent Hill Revelations. I'm like, yeah, no, that movie is
People
dog
said
shit,
it's
but
the best video game adaptation in a movie.
the second
What?
one?
Movie, the
Who
first
said
one,
that?
The first one.
Oh, Nah,
the first
Sonic
one.
takes it.
They
now.
said it's a
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
cinematic movie that's not like
It-
animated.
that movie's awesome. I like the first
You know
one a
what I
lot.
mean? That's not animated.
But wasn't that the one where they made it? Wasn't it basically the second
They
game with
merged,
the girl? Or
they
the,
merged the game
Nah.
together, and
That's
it's
the
supposed
second
to
one.
be the dad and the girl, but they thought that a mom and the girl would be
Because-
a better
Yeah,
connection.
so it's Harry Mason is usually the character in the first game. They made it his wife because in the game he's very like a maternal kind of figure where like the way he takes his daughter there and how he cares for her. They always said it was very maternal. So they had the female be the main lead of the movie. So and then her husband is searching for her and is trying to like catch up with her. But it's fine. It sticks to like the first game pretty well anyway. It does a pretty good job, except they throw Pyramid Head in there for no reason. But it's a good movie.
I think it's hard for me because the first one's one of my favorite games, and it was hard for me to see them like switch the character. It lost something for me in translation.
Yeah.
Like it lost like that. Like I don't know. I love the first game, so I can't. You know.
Yeah.
I'm loyal to the first game.
wait, so
Nah,
they're saying
I
guys
played-
can't be maternal?
No, that's.
They just thought the audience would receive it better
Yeah.
if it was a girl, a mom.
It's also got to remember the time the movie's made.
yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Nope. Why they kept calling Pyramid Head Big Red Thing?
Red Pyramid thing. 'Cause
Red Pyramid
that's what it's
thing?
called in the second game.
Oh.
I was doing my
I was so
research
confused.
on
I was
it.
like, did
Do
they
you
not
know where the pyramid head
know his name?
And they're making this.
Yeah.
Like
The outfit.
James's. Oh, the outfit.
No, the outfit they
executioner?
used to do when they would execute people was
Yeah.
just. It wasn't a big metal head. It was like a cloth.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
shaped in like a square, and it looked like it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I did my research.
And then all the
Before
monsters
this
have
dropped,
like
I was like,
an actual meaning to the characters. So when they put the like Pyramid Head in the first movie, it like didn't really make sense because it's a manifestation of like James and all the stuff that happens with him. And then in the second movie, I showed Matt at the end of it, they're like, "Fuck it, this movie's all the games." And they have like the truck from Silent Hill Origins come in. They have the Harry going into the town to find his wife, which is the second game. They have the car from Downpour come into the town. I was like, and that's there you go. Every game they're just like blew their load at the end for some reason. And now they're making the second game an actual movie because they were even saying it's going to be James and Mary and stuff. So.
I hope they're good and they follow the game. And I understand what they're trying to do. They the first game they were like trying to make a game that was like uniquely theirs, but I think they need to follow the game story because the game story is good. I mean, you can't go wrong making an adaptation of that.
Well, from what they
For
were
the
saying,
screen.
they're like,
Yeah,
it is
they-
going to be very
It is going to be
accurate.
beautiful. Yeah, because maybe they got that
Je
hit
suis.
Yeah.
Can't
But
go
he,
back.
he leaked that he was going to be making this movie. That's I shared it before. He leaked that he was making the movie based on the second game before. And he's like, yeah, because the games are coming back. Everyone's like, huh? What the hell did he just fucking say? So,
They're probably
I'm super
really
excited.
angry with him. They're probably like,
Yeah.
"Are you kidding me?"
yeah. Especially with like the way the Resident Evil 2 remake is and how the team is like inspired by that too to make this.
We get zombies
Resident
and
Evil
we
remake
get
sick.
like spooky spiritual ghosts.
But not welcome back to
Stuff.
Raccoon City.
4 minutes.
Oh,
Okay, so I guess we're wrapping up with this episode. So, what we always need to do before we go though is stop off at Rachel's Optimism Corner.
Hi guys, welcome to the Optimism Corner. First time on screen.
whoa.
Okay,
Excluding quarantine.
so
And
guys,
the 50th episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the first time?
disclaimer. Okay, so we're still ongoing with the spooky season.
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
go.
So I have some facts, spooky facts for you. Okay. So in the 1800s, dentures were actually made of dead people's teeth. So you'd be
Huh.
wearing dead
Whoa,
people's teeth in your
whoa.
mouth.
Wow.
That's
Sick.
crazy.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then let me see.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, Jason
Yeah,
Mewes.
diseased.
Yep.
Hold on a minute, guys. Hold on a minute. Come on.
Yeah.
Second dance, guys.
Yeah, I mean, when I hear dentures, I think of den and churros.
Okay.
Well,
Oh.
I think of Jason.
Hey, you
Mewes'
guys
teeth.
having a good time
Yeah.
tonight?
All right, I got it.
Okay.
Okay, so there was this homicide archivist, Thomas Haregrove. He estimated that there is more than 2,000 serial killers currently at large today
Wow.
In the modern day today?
in America.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh.
So
That sucks.
That's
Yeah.
very sad, spooky.
Well,
Yeah.
that turns into is it like one in
You
like
only get
20
optimism
people,
when
one in
Yeah.
50, one in 10,000. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
you get a
Cool.
lot. 2,000.
Great optimism. And I think it was
As
a pretty
always.
good 150th episode.
Yay.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for doing this. Thank you, Alex, for the amazing setup.
Thank you for the
No, of
cheese.
course, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
the Cravens.
And the Cravens.
Yeah. Shout out to Cravens.
Yeah.
We don't get enough love.
Next episode, we'll do a double of Batwoman. We did watch it, but for the sake of time.
Yeah.
Next time we'll do it.
Oh,
Ooh,
man.
double
Yeah,
that one.
it was
Things-
bad. It was bad.
Things.
It was bad.
It was great.
No longer fun.
No, yeah,
I think it's still
it was
fun.
it was still fun, but bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
like Black Adam level.
Yes.
Okay.
Black Adam's the same as Batwoman.
Wow. Maybe I won't see this movie. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Pseudo Adults.
Well,
That's my
S-E-N-A-O.
new phrasing, so it
Nice.
works for both mediums. I actually remembered to say it. Tuning in.
Yay.
We'll catch you on episode 151, everyone.
Catch you on the flippy floppy, man.
I'm Alex.
I'm Rachel.
This is Tony.
I'm Kyle.
That's us yelling to go and save the world.
Black Adam.
Save it.
Say Black Adam.
Go for Pseudo Adults.